The team from Big Muddy Adventures has a new partnership with the City of St. Louis Park Department to manage the Boathouse dock at Forest Park under the name of the Boathouse Paddle Company, Paddle Co. Today's guest is General Manager Rue Yawitz. Welcome back, Rue. We always love hearing about your water adventures here in St. Louis. And I mean, it's just, there's a lot of water adventures out there to be had, and people don't realize that, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Yeah, this is a really fun project. One of our jokes we have up in the paddle house where we do all our canoes and kayaks and all that stuff is we're actually on an island. So you find that out when you flood and you try to get off on an interstate.
That's right.
There's only like a 6-mile portage from between the Burbus and the Missouri. Besides that, we're completely surrounded by water.
That's true. I never thought about that, but you're right.
Yeah.
But you guys would appreciate that because those canoes can come in handy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. If it ever comes to it, we have the canoes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you guys are the perfect partners. You've been in Forest Park for one season prior.
Yeah, it
to
was
this,
just a pilot last season.
Okay.
With the park with the stand-up paddleboards.
Yeah, and that obviously went well.
Yeah, it was great. We did 10 weekends, and everybody had a great time, and it kind of showed that there was a demand for other types of paddling in the lagoon.
So was that the biggest takeaway from last summer? Because it was new, what you guys were doing. Paddleboarding had never been in the park before. Kayaks, had they been in the park before?
They had, I believe, the previous operator of the dock had tried some kayaks, but they didn't stay with it. And I mean, the dock has been active in Forest Park for so long.
Right.
They've rented all different types of boats, but they got to the point where I believe over the last 5 or 6 years, it's just been the pedal boats.
Right.
So we did the pop-up with stand-up paddle boards. It went great. The park became more comfortable with different types of craft being out there. And then we had the opportunity with the management change at the Boathouse to take over the entire dock operation.
Okay, so that's new this year. So you guys are now in charge of all the boating and watercraft at the Boathouse. Are you elsewhere in the park or just centered there?
We're just at the Boathouse.
Okay.
And which is, that's the place. If you want to get on the water, if you want to get on any part of the water at Forest Park, you have to go to the dock at the Boathouse.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we now rent all the classic paddle boats, and then canoes, kayaks, and stand-up paddle boards, and 7 days a week. Starting last week, so we're off to the races.
So, and the big change from last year is that you guys are now 7 days a week. You were just weekends, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then what else is new and different? What do people find when they go to the Boathouse dock now versus prior years? What's going to be different?
So yeah, so it's those 3 types of boats that I talked about, which is that we have a whole fleet of sit-on-top kayaks, which is a great beginner kayak. You don't put your body inside the boat at all. It's super comfortable. And then we have 2 different size stand-up paddle boards. One is extra big and extra stable for the beginner first-time stand-up paddleboarder, and one is a little bit more performance-oriented. And then we have a number of canoes. We started with 4 over the weekend. We've already doubled the canoe stock because they were so popular over the weekend. We were on a wait for canoes. And so that's what's nice about the 2 different companies is that we can run up to the Big Muddy Adventures canoe house and grab more canoes and bring them down, which,
And where's that located, the canoe house?
That's actually up in Riverview,
okay.
In North County, up near the Mississippi, near the confluence.
Yeah.
So
the sister company to Boathouse, Paddle Co., right?
Yes.
Is Big Muddy Adventures. You guys have been around for how many years?
11.
11 years.
And we've really, gotten more public marketing and things like that over the last 3 seasons. So this is the 3rd season of kind of the new version of Big Muddy Adventures.
Okay, focused on Mississippi River travel, right?
Yeah, we do the Great Rivers. So we do trips on the Missouri, on the Mississippi, and then some on the Merrimack. We do single day and multi-day expeditions. So we do trips that come into the Arch. We do trips that leave from St. Charles and head down around North County to the confluence. We have a trip coming up later this month called the French Corridor Expedition, which is where we're leaving from the mouth of the Merrimack and going to St. Genevieve. And we're going to be stopping in a bunch of old French colonial settlements on the way.
Wow, that's
so just
fun. Really
interesting things. And we will also put together a custom expedition for anybody that wants to do something else.
Yeah, so if you want to get out of Forest Park, there's so many waters to explore.
We've got the whole thing covered from from a canoe in the lagoon at Art Hill
Yeah.
to the Mississippi.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and hear more about the adventures we can have this summer at Forest Park. So stay with us at STL Live. But much more with Rue Yawitz of the Boathouse Paddle Co. after this break.